channel. I hope you're all doing well. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Jess and I run a crochet small business called Hook a Duck. So this week I'm doing something very exciting, which I've been wanting to do for a little while. I actually got it a few weeks ago. Basically, I was in the charity shop, as I regularly am, love a charity shop, and we saw this. And it is a frozen crochet kit, basically. It would have been $14.99 and I got it for £3.50. So I'm super excited to try it. So I thought we would give it a go. So this is the kit. It is really cool. And these are the characters. So look, you've got Olaf, Sven, Kristoff, Anna and Elsa. It was very exciting. The other day, we were at the car boot sale and I saw another one of these, but for Star Wars. I almost got it, but I didn't because it was just like random Jedis. I think it was like the kind of bonus characters. Like I was saying to my partner, if it had been like Chewbacca, what are their names? Right, Star Wars knowledge here. If it had been like Yoda, Darth Vader, Chewbacca, R2-D2 and like Luke Skywalker or something, then I probably would have got it, you know, if it was that big iconic characters. But it was just a bunch of Jedis. So I don't really know who they were, so I didn't get it. But anyway, I think there are lots of these sets around, so maybe this will be, you know, I'll be back soon with another different set. Let's give this a go. So it should come with everything you need. So it says it comes with yarn, crochet hook, needle stuffing and a book. I love that. It comes with like a book that tells you everything. I'm obsessed. I do think this is going to be the more cotton yarn, which is obviously different to the acrylic yarn, but I'm excited to try it. And I don't know which character to do first. Obviously, I'm not going to do all 5 of them in this video because I think that will take me a long time. We will pick the first one to do, but yeah, this will be like a little series of videos of the Frozen Crochet Chronicles. Ooh, let's open it. Ooh! So that's how it looks once opened. Oh my goodness. This is the book. It's stuck down. This is the book. I'll have a look at that in a sec. Wait a minute. Oh! All right, well, it's decided which one we're making. We're making Olaf. Does it say it's just Olaf? Oh, look, it says here. It says here. Crochet Olaf. Right, we're making Olaf. That's fine. Olaf, I was highly considering doing Olaf, so that's absolutely fine. Oh, it just comes in singular kits. Right, so as you can see, these are the Olaf colours and stuffing. It's nice because it's kind of like, you know, HelloFresh, but for crochet. So it like gives you the exact portion sizes that you'll need. Here we have his eyes and his buttons and a nice little needle. Oh my goodness, that's the crochet hook. Look, that's quite small compared to what I'm used to, but I'm guessing it's obviously it's smaller wool, so it would make sense. And here's the stuffing. Fun thing is though, in this book, it's got all the patterns. So really, if you do something like this, you don't need to buy all the different kits because you've got the patterns here, which is the main thing. So I could make obviously all of them out of the wool that I've got. I feel like Olaf is probably the easiest one to do because look at the shape of him. He's just like round and round. Whereas the others are going to have a lot more like accessories and arms and legs to sew on and things. So I think I'll make the Olaf out of this to start with, do it as the actual kit. And then in the future, if I want to make the other ones, which I'm sure I will, out of the wool that I've got, out of like Jelly Baby wool, or I could get more cotton wool. I will see. But if I do want to make them out of the different type of wool, if I want to make them more plushy, then I can always remake the Olaf out of plushie, I'm sure. And it won't be too difficult, hopefully. Introduction. Create all your favourite Frozen characters in soft, colourful yarn. Perfect for the ultimate Disney fan. The patterns for all the remaining characters are included. Plus, we've provided you everything you need to make your very own Olaf. There is an illustrated step-by-step guide to all the crochet stitches you need on the next few pages. That's cool. Pattern notes, stitches. Oh, that's really cool. So first of all, it shows you the different like stitches. So you got chain stitch, slip knot, double crochet, half treble crochet. That's useful to know actually. I do find it funny how much I can like kind of create and get away with by only literally knowing really like magic ring, single crochet, increase and decrease. Like that's basically the extent of my knowledge. Like it freaks me out when I come to all this like half crochet, double crochet. As I say, I can, if I see like a video of it done, I can sort of follow the video. Like if I see visuals, so I probably will be able to work it out. But you know, a lot of people, they know the terminology and they know how to do it in their head already. I'm not quite at that stage yet, but I will get there. Here's the Olaf. Definitely looks like the most simple shape out of all of them. Oh yeah, see look, that's all a bit, looks like that you do together. And then I'm guessing you add the feet on, add the nose on, do the arms. Yeah, I reckon I can do Olaf. I'm excited. I think this was such a good find. I mean, just the book alone, you know, you've got those patterns of all of them. Okay, so I've just started. It's reminding me of when I did the beanie out of this material. I do not like this sort of wool anywhere near as much because when you're trying to crochet, like the bits of it come apart very easily, that it's sometimes hard to know like which bit you're pulling through and it like separates. And it doesn't feel anywhere near as soft either. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the material. So I'm thinking, because I do have all the colours that I need, so I might just go ahead and make him out of the chenille yarn, because I know for a fact that if I do the other colours, I'm going to make them out of the chenille yarn. So I'll see. I might persevere with this, or I might just go for the chenille yarn. But so far, it's looking good. The pattern's cool. It's a bit confusing because they don't do it. I find this in a lot of patterns. Sometimes they don't do it in the magic ring. This is like chain 10 and then 10 double crochet into the chain, which I guess is kind of the same as a magic ring. But maybe I'll just do the magic ring and then just put 10 into the magic ring. But yeah, I mean, it gets you to the same outcome anyway of like this. And it's so funny because like this is literally 20 stitches. If I had 20 stitches on like my chenille yarns, it would be like so much bigger than this, like wider than like the ducks and stuff. It's so funny how the different size wool and the different size hook as well, obviously this is a tiny hook, really affects the size of the plushie. So yeah, I think I am going to move over to chenille yarn because then it will be a much bigger Olaf and it'll be really cute. So yeah, I'm going to do that. But I'm very impressed with the kit. It's very, very cool. Hey guys, so it's now a few days later, as it normally is, and I've made a good start on Olaf. This is him so far. It does actually look like Olaf. Like, it's funny, it kind of goes out a bit, and then obviously it's got the two snow bits. So yeah, basically I did him in the chenille yarn, but what I thought is, hang on a minute, this is going to be so much bigger than, you know, the original because the yarn's so much thicker. And then I was reading it, and to start with, it would have been like 20 stitches wide. There's points in this Olaf when he gets to like 40 stitches wide, and these ducks are like 32 stitches wide, I think. So basically the Olaf would have been massive if I'd have done it to the normal measurements from the book. It would have been double the size of this basically, because what I did is I just sort of halved the thing in the book. So where it was like do 10 single crochet, I did 5 single crochet, and I wanted to keep it sort of roughly to the size that it was supposed to be, mainly because the eyes and stuff that it provides, obviously the eyes are going to make it look quite like Olaf, I think, because I was thinking like if I just was to sew on like black bits for the eyes or put on some of my black eyes, I don't know if it would look as much like Olaf, because they've kind of given me like the specific Olaf eyes. So I wanted to keep it smaller so the eyes would still be good in proportion to the body. So yeah, I've just halved everything. So that's fine, it's going well. I was thinking if I do all the other ones, do I then halve all the other ones? But I'm not too keen on, like, look at the eyes for Elsa. I don't really know about those eyes. I think for Olaf and Sven, they give you like eyes, the googly eyes. I mean, I could just buy bigger googly eyes. If I was to do like Anna and stuff bigger, and then I wanted to do Olaf bigger, like to the actual sizes but in chenille, I can do that and then just get some bigger googly eyes if I need to. This is how he's going so far. I need to now do the 2 little feet and then attach them, and then the arms, and then it's just the detailing really, the nose, sticking the eyes on. It'll be interesting to actually like stick the eyes on this time. They're not like safety eyes. They're ones that you stick on. Luckily I've still got quite a lot of glue from when I did my Christmassy bits. So yeah, the main like crocheting bit is done, and now it's sort of the accessorizing bits now. It's going good. The pattern is good. It's very nice and simple to read. Just as I say, it's just the initial things, like DC2 tog. I've gathered that it means decrease, because when you read the stitches, like it goes from 30 stitches to 25 stitches, so obviously there's some decreases there. So you can kind of work out what it means, but it's just confusing how, you know, different patterns call things different. DC2 tog means double crochet 2 stitches together. Oh, decrease by 1 stitch. And then DC means double crochet, which to me is just a single crochet though. Because like it says round 2 you got 20 stitches, and then it says here, rounds 3 to 4, 1 DC in each DC. And then it still has 20 stitches, so that must just be a single crochet all the way round. But they call it double crochet. Maybe it technically is called double crochet. I don't know, this thing, I can crochet, but I'm not that technical with it. So luckily they list the number of stitches, as you can see, because that's very useful to know if it's getting smaller, bigger, and then you can sort of muddle your way through. So I've got all the different parts. So I've got Olaf, these are his little feet, super cute, and then his nose, and then I've got 2 arms. I was thinking how are these going to sort of hold themselves up, but when you do the like chaining out and chaining back in, they do then sort of naturally go a bit curly, so they sort of hold themselves. I just need to attach it all together now. Oh, there are 2 more little bits I need to do. So the teeth and then the black bit, I was wondering how that's done. It looks like that is actually crocheted, I think. Okay, so it's going good. This is Olaf so far. His eyes are a bit, maybe it's because he's obviously bigger than he would be, but his eyes are a little bit small on this one, but it's fine. And then I think he still looks really cute. There's the black bit, which I'll sew on. Then this is meant to be the tooth, but I think that's a bit big, so I'm going to do the tooth again a little bit smaller, and then see what it looks like. Okay, I've finished it. Ready? Here he is. So, I don't think it looks exactly like Olaf. I think it's the eyes, maybe because obviously it's a bit bigger because of the different yarn. The eyes aren't quite Olaf-y enough. It kind of looks maybe a bit like Olaf's uncle, maybe. This could be Olaf's uncle. It started off with longer hair and it just looked like he had like long hair. So then I cut it to make it a bit shorter, but obviously it's difficult because it doesn't really stand up that much, but you know, I like it. It's cute. It's clear that it's meant to be Olaf, I think. It was a fun kit. I really like, you know, these kits and stuff. Great presents to get for people who like crochet. Yeah, I enjoyed doing it. It's funny. It's nice how it's turned out. You can definitely tell it's meant to be Olaf. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing that this week. That was really fun. A very good little find in the charity shop. So yeah, I will keep an eye out. Any more kits like that I see, I'll definitely get them, give them a try, because they're well worth doing. And yeah, look out for when I do the next ones, when I do Elsa, Anna, Kristoff and Sven. I actually saw the Elsa in the charity shop the other day that someone had clearly made, and it was in like the cuddly toy section of the charity shop. So, and it was quite small. So clearly they are supposed to be quite small. And this is bigger than it would have been with that wool, I think. But I'm really pleased with it. I'm glad I made it out of this wool anyway. I really like it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye!